Conditions out there, Amanda, how was your commute?
It was okay this morning. It looks a lot clearer now than when we came in. It was a lot of snow out there, but now we're seeing a lot more wet.
And look at this temperature, guys, 39. I mean, so
that's warm.
Oh my goodness, it is compared to yesterday at this time. I mean, we were running with temperatures near zero yesterday at this time. So 39 degrees, safely above freezing, right? So it is all rain in the valley and has been for the past few hours. Part of the reason, that wind coming in out of the east. So that is, of course, coming in off the Atlantic, and water temperatures are still running in the low to mid 40s. And when you have that wind just blowing in out of the southeast and east, that can bring those temperatures up, and that's exactly what has taken shape in Springfield and in the valley. Case in point, 37 now in East Hampton. Northampton, it's rain. Belchertown, rain. East Longmeadow at 40 degrees. Even if you get up into Franklin County, it is 35. They had rain. They had went back to a little bit of snow, but now back to rain. 36 at Orange. Meanwhile, this is where it is snowing. From Blandford north to Worthington to Charlemont, and that's where we're seeing our highest snow totals. But how about that? 41 degrees warmer right now compared to yesterday at this time. A couple things. It shows you how much warm air is associated with this storm, but also how cold it was yesterday. I mean, with 39 now, with some 41 degrees warmer than yesterday. Now we have the rain in the valley, but you add some elevation and it is snowing. Blandford, Worthington, Huntington, that's where it's still seeing that accumulating snow in the valley. But it is all rain in Greater Springfield now, and it's coming down at varying rates of intensity. So certainly allow for extra time in the valley just from the rain alone, and certainly across the Berkshires and hill towns where we continue to deal with that snowfall. Our area of low pressure continues to pull in moisture off the Atlantic, and we have these bands of rainfall. So the steady stuff may be coming to an end shortly, but we're still going to have these waves of showers going through and into the afternoon, but it'll become less and less widespread as the day goes on. Here's our center of circulation. It's off to the west. We never really did get coastal storm development. Sometimes when that happens, it can block out the mild air, but not this go around. That's why a lot of southern New England, with the exception of the elevated areas, have gone over to rain now with that flow coming in out of the east and southeast. Heavy snows north and west. Look at this, getting a big old snowstorm from Buffalo to Toronto, southeastern parts of Canada, Burlington, Vermont, big snows as well. We picked up about 8 inches in Blandford, 7 in Middlefield, continuing to snow in some of these spots. Southwick 5, but now rain. Greenfield 4, also a mix. East Hampton and Florence, 3.5 and 4 inches of snow, and that occurred earlier this morning. Going forward, we could get another coating to an inch or two, and the lower Berkshire County and northern Franklin County, more though across the hills and across the higher terrain. Not only we have been dealing with the precipitation, but also some strong gusty winds this morning as well. Let's check in with meteorologist Don Maher. Don, you've kind of been out in that nasty stuff all morning long, but since you've been out there, it has been rain, but it's also been fairly windy.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. We've been dealing with the rain here in the Springfield area for a while now, but we've also been dealing with this bit of a breeze, though the winds certainly not as strong as they were earlier this morning when we had wind gusts well over 40 miles per hour in portions of western Mass. Still seeing those winds gusting 30, 35 at times, but the strongest wind gusts have actually been to our south and to our east. The shoreline, southeastern Mass, eastern Mass, that's where they've seen winds gusting over 50 miles per hour at times, and that's where the advisories are for the winds. We have wind advisories and even some high wind warnings that are in effect. Connecticut shoreline, Rhode Island, the Cape and the Islands, into portions of eastern Mass. There are no wind advisories for us here in western Mass, but still dealing with a little bit of a breeze out here with this storm system. But the steadier precipitation, that will start to wind on down as we push deeper into the morning. And by the afternoon, maybe just some rain or snow showers, though those snow showers mainly prevalent in the hill towns, the higher elevations. That's where we could tack on another coating or two with those snow showers moving through. And then the drier air will start to move in, though we're going to have to watch tonight for a bit of a refreeze as temperatures do dip down below freezing. And then the sunshine is back on Tuesday, which is certainly going to be some good news. But Dan, as that system pulls away, it's going to pull away that colder air back in here. So while we do have the sunshine in here tomorrow, it's going to be noticeably colder.
Yes, it will. In fact, we'll be back down into the 20s for highs. And to Dawn's point, the black ice, the refreeze tonight. So keep that in mind. Temperatures will probably stay above freezing up to about 8 or 9 o'clock. So any snow that is on the ground, you want to try to get it up before we get into the evening here, because temperatures, they won't fall sharply, but they'll fall steadily overnight tonight, so that by tomorrow morning at this time, we're probably starting out in the teens. Normal low is 14, so very normal day to start tomorrow, and a cold one at that. We'll be only into the 20s for highs tomorrow, lower 20s in the hills. We will have quite a bit of sunshine. The breeze will be a little gusty, 30 miles per hour or so as well. So we get cold here again tomorrow, but it's a one-day stint, because look at it by Wednesday. Yeah, a frigid start, but temperatures will come up nicely. So by the afternoon, we're between 35 and 40 degrees. Then the cold air comes back for Thursday into Friday. Next storm threat along about Saturday. So this upcoming weekend, that's our next threat. And that's all it is at this point. So we'll talk more about that as the week goes on, of course. All right, we'll have more weather in a few minutes. Amanda, David, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dan. Nearly 1 year into his presidency, President Joe Biden is surrounded by dead ends and crises.
In a recent poll, President Biden only had a 33%